10 habits stopping you from saving money. Hey there, fellow budget warriors. Welcome back to Investor Broadcast. Ever wonder why your savings account isn't growing as fast as you'd like? Well, keep watching, because I might have the answer. Today, we're diving into the 10 habits that might be draining your wallet without you even realizing. Let's kick things off with a question. Do you keep tabs on every penny you spend? If you said no, you're not alone. But keeping track of your expenses is the first step to understanding and managing your financial health. You see, not tracking your spending is a bit like setting off on a road trip without a map. You're driving, having fun, blasting music, but then, you end up lost without a clue of where you are. When you don't track expenses, money just, it evaporates. And before you know it, you're left scratching your head on payday, wondering where all that cash went. To break this cycle, start budgeting. Note down every expense from that morning coffee to your monthly rent or mortgage. And with today's tech, it's easier than ever. There are apps, online tools, or if you're old school, a good old notebook will do. By tracking, you start to notice patterns. Maybe you're spending too much on takeout or those online shopping sprees. It's like putting your money under a microscope. Now, once you know where your money's going, it's time for the magic part, allocating it. This is where we decide how much goes where. Bills, savings, fun stuff, everything gets a piece of the pie. This habit is bound to give you peace of mind, knowing you're working towards your financial well-being. Let's play a game. Guess the average amount Americans spend on dining out every year. Got a number? Okay, here it is. Americans on average drop a staggering $3,000 on eating out. Yep, $3,000. That's a whole lot of dollar bills that could be tucked away for something else. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good meal out as much as the next person, but imagine what you could do with an extra $3,000 in your pocket. So here's the thought. What if instead of eating out, start planning and cooking at home? Now, before you groan and think, meal planning sounds like work. Well, hold on a second. It's not about dishing out a 5-course meal every night. It's about simple, delicious, home-cooked goodness. The advantages are plenty. For one, a home-cooked meal, on average, is way cheaper than a restaurant dish. You could also have a well-defined shopping list, so as to cut down on random useless things you pick up at the grocery store. Secondly, with home-cooked meals, you know exactly what's going into your food. No hidden salts, sugars, or those impossible-to-pronounce additives. It's just pure, honest-to-goodness food. Lastly, there's something special about the act of cooking. It's therapeutic. It's creative, and it's rewarding. Have you ever walked into a thrift store, found a gem, and thought, this was just waiting for me? Because, same. So here's the thing. Thrift shopping isn't just about snagging killer deals or rocking a retro look. It's about so much more. First off, when you buy secondhand, you're kind of like a treasure hunter. Think about it. You get to discover unique pieces that you won't see 10 other people wearing. But beyond the style score, it's eco-friendly. By giving pre-loved items a new home, you're reducing waste and cutting down on the demand for new stuff to be made. It's a win-win. Stylish for you and sustainable for the world. So the next time you're thinking of refreshing your wardrobe, why not swing by your local thrift store or check out an online secondhand marketplace? You might find a hidden gem, save some money, and do a little good for our planet, all in one go. Okay, so hands up if you're guilty of leaving your TV, computer, or other electronics on standby mode when you're not using them. Yep, me too. But that innocent little red light that says, hey, I'm just resting, it's quietly munching on your energy. In fact, electronics on standby can add up to a whopping 10% of your energy bill. But worry not, my savvy friends, because with a few tweaks here and there, we can turn things around. First step, become the boss of that off button. Not watching? Turn it off. Not charging? Unplug it. It's as simple as that. Next, let's talk lights. Turn them off when you leave a room. Think of it like this. Would you leave the tap running if you're not using the water? Nope. So why leave the lights on in an empty room? Oh, and consider investing in energy-efficient appliances. Over time, they can help you score some things. So here's a fun fact. The average cable bill in the U.S. is over $200 a month. Imagine what you could do with that extra cash every month. Maybe a mini vacation, a nice dinner, or even adding to that rainy day fund. But hey, we all love our TV time, right? Well, the good news is that we're living in the golden age of alternatives. Ever thought of diving into the world of streaming? Services like Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus are shaking things up big time. They've got a sea of shows, movies, and even some quirky original content. And the best part? It's just a fraction of what traditional cable costs. But what if we think beyond the screen? Imagine evenings spent diving into a new book, tuning into some cool podcasts, enjoying a walk outdoors, or maybe even joining a local event or workshop. Okay, brace yourselves for this. The average family in the U.S. spends just shy of a whopping $11,000 a year on transportation. It's not just about the price tag on our cars. We've got fuel, insurance, maintenance, those random parking tickets when you think, oh, they won't notice if I park here just for a minute. Trust me, they always notice. Picture this. It's a sunny day. You're on a bike, wind in your hair, not a care in the world, and most importantly, you're saving money. Biking, walking, carpooling, or even taking the good old bus or train can make such a huge difference. Not only are we giving our wallets a break, but Mother Earth is also giving us a little nod of approval. Every car off the road means less pollution in the air. So next time you need to go somewhere, maybe think twice about automatically hopping in the car. On average, homeowners can spend thousands on repairs and maintenance each year. We're talking roof fixes, plumbing hiccups, or that pesky foundation issue. It's like our homes have a sneaky way of munching on our savings. But what if instead of dialing up the pros every time, we rolled up our sleeves and tackled some of those tasks ourselves? Yep, I'm talking about diving into the wonderful world of DIY. Not only can doing it yourself save some major bucks, but there's also that unbeatable feeling of accomplishment. Now, if you're thinking, but I can't even hammer a nail straight, don't stress. Everyone has to start somewhere. There's a ton of beginner-friendly resources out there. YouTube is a goldmine of DIY channels for every skill level. And with each project, you'll get better and more confident. Who knows, you might just discover a new passion while saving some cash. Have you ever walked out of a store and then found out you could have gotten that same item cheaper somewhere else? Ouch, right? We've all been there. But here's the good news. We're living in an age where you don't need to run from store to store, checking prices with a pen and paper in hand. Thanks to the magic of technology, we can now compare prices with just a few taps on our phones or clicks on our computers. Imagine you're eyeing a cool gadget online, but instead of hitting buy immediately, you take a quick detour to check out some price comparison sites or apps. And voila! In minutes, you see all the places selling that item and at what prices. Boom! Savings in your pocket. And hey, it's not just about gadgets. Whether it's clothes, groceries, or even travel bookings, there are tools out there to help you get the best bang for your buck. Some of my personal favorites are browser extensions that automatically apply the best coupon codes or show you where to find a better deal. First things first, why do people love buying in bulk? Simple. It's all about savings. When you break down the cost per item or per unit, you often find that you're saving a decent chunk of change. But bulk buying isn't always the perfect fit for everyone. Before you fill your cart with a year's worth of snacks, think about storage. Do you have space? And are you genuinely going to use all of it before it goes bad? It might not be the best idea to buy fresh fruit in bulk unless you're hosting a massive fruit salad party tonight. Also consider transportation. If you're on foot or taking public transport, lugging around a mountain of supplies might be a bit tricky. And let's not forget about the budget. While bulk buying saves in the long run, it might require a larger initial outlay. Hence, bulk buying is amazing for saving money, but only when it makes sense. Ever felt that little thrill when you snag a deal or get something at a discount? I mean, who doesn't love a good bargain? The art of negotiation is not one to be taken lightly. We all love a good discount, whether it's on clothes, gadgets, or even your morning coffee. But the real game changer isn't about shaving a few cents off your coffee. It's about getting those big ticket items down in price. Think about it. Rent, for example. What if I told you, with a bit of courage and some negotiating skills, you could potentially save hundreds over a year? And it's not just rent. Think about things like your car insurance, gym membership, or even your phone contract. Now, I'm not saying you should haggle every time you buy a candy bar, but for the big stuff, it's absolutely worth asking the question, is there a discount available? Or can we work out a deal? The worst they can say is no, but if they say yes, that's money saved. So flex those negotiation muscles. Be polite, always do your homework, and never be afraid to seek out a better deal. Phew, that was a lot. Hope you found some golden nuggets in there to amp up your savings game. But hey, if you're wondering about how to make the most of every cent, especially at a tighter budget, make sure to watch our next video on living well on a low income. You won't want to miss it. If you found these tips helpful, hit that subscribe button. We've got a lot more money-savvy content coming your way. Until next time, keep those savings growing. And remember, every bit counts.